Welcome back to my Organized Home series. If you saw last week's video, you will know that I'm just taking you through different organizing systems that I have set up in my home and showing you how they have worked for me over the past couple years and the things I do to keep them updated so they continue to work for me. So today we are in my kitchen. This is my mini kitchen office, which I mentioned lives above my kitchen junk drawer that I showed you last week. So I'll put a link to that video up in a card for you here. So today I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the little filing system I've set up here. This works so well for us. It keeps clutter from getting all over the kitchen, reduces paper. It's just great. So here we go. This box I picked up at Target several years ago. I actually need to replace it. It's kind of gotten a little worn here, but it's still working really well. So on this side I just have a few things. I try to keep this as minimal as possible. It's easy to have too many pencils in here and then it gets really crowded. So anything that I find in here I don't need, I move down underneath this counter, which is where my junk drawer lives, and that's where I keep extra pens. So I've got scissors, a letter opener, pencils, a highlighter, and then a couple Sharpies that I use for writing on my leftovers, and then some pens as well. Then in this section I just keep a few little notepads. I actually need to pick up some more at the Target dollar spot. We're getting a little low, and I always keep our stamps right here so that if we're gonna put something in the mail, the stamps are right here ready to go. And then in the back here is where I keep my coupon binder. When I'm not ready to head to the store, it just lives right here, and then when I'm ready to pull my coupons out, I can just grab it and attach the coupons. It's ready to go. And then this is a directory for our church, so it has phone numbers and birthdays and all that for everybody at our church. Alright, so then these folders here, I'll just go through them one at a time and show you what's in each of them. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit for you so you can see what's in the folders. This one you will have already seen if you watched my menu plan with me video that I did a few weeks ago, maybe even a month or two ago, and I'll link that for you. But I'll just give a quick little overview for you here. These are the lists of the recipes that we like. So if I'm making a menu plan and I'm having a hard time thinking of something to make, I just reference this list here. Then I have some recipes that I've torn out of magazines, things that I want to make, or cards I've pulled out of my recipe file that I just want to make in the near future. They're all in here for my reference. The next one is labels, and this simply has, I mean, it's like the micro-organized person that has a label for labels. But I do. This has extra like loose labels that I've gotten from Target, or just things that I use if I am putting something, like for this where I'm putting it behind a label. And then I also have address labels in here for mailing things. This one is called Bills to Pay, and so it has all of the bills that come in the mail. They go right in here. I'll go ahead and open the envelope and pull out the return envelope if I don't need it, throw it away, and I just keep you can see it's just papers in here. There's no envelopes in here. Then also in the back of this envelope, I'm not going to open this folder for you because it has personal information, but I'll tell you what's inside of it. In the back I have address labels, again, just for sticking on a bill if we're going to mail something. We don't currently mail any of our bills right now that I can think of, but if we get those like freebie address labels in the mail, I put those in here. I don't need to use the nice ones that I've made for Christmas cards to pay bills with, so I just use the junky ones. I also keep our checkbook in here. I don't write checks when I'm out. I don't carry it in my purse, but I do often need our bank information for paying bills, so I just leave it in here. And then I also have a sheet in the back that I'm going to show you just briefly what it looks like. Okay, this is called Monthly Bills to Pay. Sorry for the shadow. The sun is setting here in South Carolina. This is Monthly Bills to Pay, and I have a whole list of all the bills that I pay on a monthly basis, so I don't forget any of them. So it tells me the name of the bill. For instance, this is our car payment. It comes in the mail. I don't pay it online. There's no login, no password. If there was, if I paid something online, I'd have the login and the password here, and then how I pay it. So in case my husband had to pay bills for me one month if I was at home or something, he would know how to take care of each bill. And they're all listed on here, and I have just penciled out to the side what date they were due. I'm going to redo this. As you can see, I haven't updated this since last summer, so I'm going to do a new one of this pretty soon anyway, and I'll add that on here so that we know if we're not paying all the bills on the first day of the month, I will know when they need to be paid. The next folder is called Decorating. So in this folder, I just have printables that I have pulled off of Pinterest or that kind of thing that I have used before and I want to use again. to leave them in here so they stay nice and fresh, they don't get wrinkled. I also have like magazine pictures that I sometimes frame for different seasons, or craft projects I've done that I want to save and be able to frame again. And then if I see something in a magazine that inspires me, I'll just pull it out and stick it in here if I want to remember something for it. I probably did this for those, how they had decorated those beautiful bookshelves. So let's keep all that right in here. So this is my decorating inspiration. I also keep in here, I have photo coasters, and I like to change out the inserts. I don't put pictures in them, I put scrapbook paper. So right now they have some of this blue and white in them, but then at Christmas time I will change them out and put these little Christmas trees in there. So I just leave these in here so they don't get wrinkled. The last folder that's in my kitchen office right now is empty. Actually, it's called To Be Filed. So after I pay a bill, if I want to put it in our file in my office, I stick it in here. Anything like that, if I get a receipt that I want to hang on to for a while, I just put it right in here, and then once the folder gets kind of full, then I take it into my office and distribute those papers where they belong. So I did that just recently, so it's empty right now. There are a few other folders that I don't have in here right now that sometimes live in here. For example, we just finished filing our taxes, and so when our W-2s start coming in the mail, 1099s, all of that, then I make a folder for that tax year and I put it in the mini kitchen office so that when they come in the mail, those forms go right in here, so that when we are ready to file our taxes, I just take this folder with us into the office and we can do our taxes from everything that's in here. I also put any kind of like contribution statement we get or anything like that that we need for taxes. It lives in here. Then once we filed our taxes, then this can go in my permanent file at my office, and I'm done with it. Thank goodness. Then if I am organizing something for a holiday, like this is from a couple years ago when I hosted Thanksgiving at my home, I had this folder in my office, or in my mini kitchen office, that had our schedule and my rough draft schedule for the meal, my menu as I was working on it, and my guest list, and then some inspiration for that table setting. So if I'm hosting a big dinner party or something, if I'm planning an event, I'll have a folder for it in my mini kitchen office. And then I've talked about this folder in another video, which I will link here. I won't talk about it at length so that I don't say too much twice, but this is my Christmas folder, and I have a whole video on how I stay organized at Christmas. I talk all about that in that video, so I'll just link it for you in a card and you can go watch it if you're interested. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check back next week. I'll have another video for my Organized Home series. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and I will love you for it. Have a great day. Bye.